get hurt in this game because your body is twisted and contorted in all different ways in which you wouldn't be surprised. You'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised when you get hit in the bottom of that pile. Your arm will go back like this, that, all kind of crazy ways. So our off-season workout has to be superb. It has to be top-notch. We have to create some real G's out there that can last a 12-game season. Are injuries inevitable? Yeah. Can't stop it. The question is who and when. Who gets hurt is important, and when they get hurt is important. And we got to eliminate all that. Thomas Carter says, Coach, throw that you up. Well, there you go. I'm like a genie, dog. You ask, I grant your wish. So that's important. There's pictures of Jordan Lyle, who's the St. Thomas, was the St. Thomas running back. Now the Miami Hurricane running back, true freshman. Say he looking great. Oh, damn, we got an intruder. What happened?
Well, I didn't even know I had that power. Well, I didn't know I had Wow.
This
just jump in the thing like that, boy. This top of my head him off the dead.
I don't even know if this the right. No, that ain't it. Is that it? I don't even know what just happened right now. I just got infiltrated, dog. There you go.
Ain't no, I just pop in like that, man. What we here talk about, man? Wait, no Lando.
Hold up, man. I got to get my number. I'm all jacked up. All right. Hold on. I got timers on here. I had reset my OBS so I look different. All right.
I was talking about Joy Loud. Joy Loud look like he been hitting roids.
Huh?
What you talking about, Joy Loud?
Yeah, Jordan Lyle. So I was talking about how he looks coming in, everything else. I was talking about the importance of the weight room, the importance of putting that body armor on, getting prepared, getting ready for the season. And there's phases to the summer that a lot of people don't realize. The summer is where you get your body prepared for battle. It's also where you get your mind prepared for battle. It's also where you learn how to get in formation for battle. It's also how you learn to execute the orders that are given for battle. A lot is going to happen in these next 90 days, next 3 months, next 90 days. We play on August 31st against the Florida Gators, who are ranked 30-something, 33rd, which I still think that's too high for them. But I'm just saying. They're about 20 spots too low. That's just my saying. However, what is your take on the summer? Since you're here, Street, what's your take on the summer? What do we need to do different than what we haven't done before in the past 2 years? And I'm only speaking of Mario Cristobal era, not Manny. Let Manny live. We'll kill Manny when we play Duke. I don't even want to talk about that dude.
Let Manny live.
Yeah, let him live, dog. What needs to happen this year? Do you believe in the off-season weight room that didn't happen maybe in the past 2 years, or maybe needs to be amped up?
I see they've added some. I'm gonna pull it up for you. They've added some speed thing. I've never seen it before. It's a Miami Hurricane speed, look like speed AI, cyber calf technology to what they're doing. It's a new Miami Hurricane Instagram. I'm gonna pull it up. And I think they were doing it out in Oregon. I think Mario has brought it here. I don't know the injuries. I don't know if the injuries come from strength and conditioning. I don't know where the injuries come from, Hayes. But I wish we could. I don't know if we got to dial it back. I don't know what we have to do. But it seems like every year Mario team is getting decimated with injuries. And I don't know if that happens in the summer. Like, you could tell me if that's something, you know what I'm saying, that starts with the workout.
Yeah, I will say some injury. I mean, I don't care how much weight you bench, you can't stop a bone from being broken. I remember speaking to an orthopedic doctor. There's only two ways. I mean, there's Certain things have to happen in order to break a bone. The right amount of pressure and the right angle. That's what breaks bones, right? And neither one of those you can see. We see guys take a very light hit and break a bone. We see a dude get crashed. Yeah. No bones broken, right? Matter of fact, speaking of, I can't believe this. I would leave him alone. I made you right. But let's say it's Sean Taylor. How many times have we seen Sean Taylor hit somebody and they get a woozy, but bones aren't broken?
Right.
But you gator roll a guy and roll over, snap, right angle, right amount of pressure. But a lot of injuries can be soft tissue injuries, muscle strains, hamstring pulls. All of that is through your strength and conditioning, proper stretching. All of that is oh, come on, Hayes. I'm always on point, like a rubber band, right? Take this rubber band, put it in the refrigerator, right? Or the freezer. Go out there and just pull it like that at a snap. But if you go in there and you warm it up and you stretch it slowly, it is again to extend, just like this, right? And it's the same concept. So stretching has to be a part of it. Tendons and all of that other stuff. They got tendon stretches. They got ligament stretches. They got all type of stuff out there when it comes to physical therapy and the kinesiology. Huh? Come on.
Come on, you, dog. I see you up there, bro. I was absent that day. At school. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing, I've never seen this before. This right here. University of Miami Sports Science. Look like it just got there in 2023. University of Miami analytical approach to establish systems, ensure objectivity, and promote best practices for student athletes.
So what does it do?
Let's see. This shows us. The breakdown of how we like to analyze counter movement, jump. It's probably, you know what I'm saying, some technology that tracks every movement, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Brown. This is some nerd talk. Hey, Brown,
you see anytime you see the logo with some
atoms, some electrons going around it. Come on, Street.
Some electrons going around and some nerds that entered the room.
Some electrons and protons. Yeah. I like I said, I don't know. I don't know what all that stuff means.
So that's the catapult stove, hey. So this is okay. So they've been wearing this for a year or two. The catapult body armor thing. So I guess that's how they're tracking everything they're doing with that vest that they've been wearing.
Yeah, the speed and the GPS. Yeah. Showing you what muscles are warmed up. Yeah, what muscles are warm.
Listen, hey, I be telling you about AI all the time, but with AI coming, we're going to get to a point where AI just be like, hey, that boy running way too slow. Tell him stop. AI just going to be like, hey, man, tell him start over, man. You're running way too slow, dog.
Yeah, here's what I say. I get the science piece of it, and I don't think any dude out there running on the football field is thinking about, oh, my God, I got a little bit too much weight to the left side of my body. I got now track runners do. I will say that, but they're also running in a straight line, right? With the curve, of course. Track runners do that stuff. But in football, and here's what I tell people all the time, Street. I don't even know what thing I'm on. Here's what I tell people all the time. Even when we practice tackling, can I tell you something? I've probably seen in my 25 years of coaching, this might be too high, but maybe 10% of the tackles in the game are a perfect tackle. And that might be too high.
Yeah,
you getting that dude. You getting that dude because he's not going to allow you like the dummy. You know how they had a player stand up there like this and you hit him and he fall back on the back. Hey.
Right.
Like the running back is not going to allow you to do that. So tackling is there's so many variables, the angle, to this, to that, that I understand the science. And if it adds 1% to make it better, hey, I'm all for it. Fred, what's up with you, boy? But at the end of the day, I believe in real live stuff. Does that technology, because those catapult things are GPS, right? How fast you run. I think there's a company out there now that do it. I see them on Twitter all the time. Because now they don't give 40 times, they give mile per hour. Oh, this dude runs 22 miles per hour. Okay, dog. Right. Like, nobody cares about no 20. Oh, so he faster than the school zone? I don't care. Can he outrun the dude chasing him? And it's all about angles and like you get where I'm coming from. Like, to me, the miles per hour, I guess it's cool. It's good for entertainment. It's good for content. It's good for that stuff. But when it comes to football, playing football, Jerry Rice didn't run that, but he sure wasn't catching him.
Right.
Duke was the same way. You can see Duke do all this. But when you see that dude do this and that hand does this right here, when he does that and that hand turns up next to him like this, he turns into track mode. So he'll shake, he'll bake, he slow down, he explode. But when that boy hit that straightaway and you see that hand turn here and that elbow get tight, he turns straight track mode. And so I don't know if catapult does that. Does it show explosion in small spaces from 0 to maybe 0 to 3 yards? That's what linebackers need. Can they explode in the hole? Can they explode out their hips? What does a catapult mean for a defensive lineman in a 3-point stance? I don't care about his 40-yard dash. I care about his explosion. I care about his force that he brings, and how to protect himself in that kind of way. But that's just me. How not to tear a labrum when you out here reaching for a tackle because this 220-pound back like Damian Martinez, 230, running through the hole, and you trying to stop him with one arm out there and a big 315-pound lineman hanging on to you. So that's how I look at it.
But you know for a fact, boy, they pay a lot of money for the technology. You know they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know we're gonna come up with something. I'm gonna build it right here on Photoshop, and we're gonna tell them what it is. Let me ask you this: Is Mario Cristobal qualified to tell me my technology is not real? No, I just need him to buy it.
You got to sell it. It's all about the sale, I think.
That's it. Not to knock Mario Cristobal for it. I don't care any coach. That crap out of here, man. All right,
you got to sell it.
Yeah. Like, I think one of the worst things, and we're going to come up with this right here, May 29, 2024 at 9:21 p.m. The helmet cam is the stupidest thing in the world for how it's being used today.
The helmet cam?
Yes. First of all, it's too jittery. It's too shaky because he's a kid. You can move up and down like this, but your eyes are level. They're like on a gimbal. Mm-hmm. Like when you hold a camera on a gimbal, you can move, but the camera, your eyes are like that. But when it's on a helmet, bro, it's like trying to watch the film. Like, I can't do it. It's like trying to watch it. No, my camera even got a gimbal in it. I'm shaking the camera and it wasn't even moving. Look, it's like trying to watch. See, look at this. See how it stabilizes itself? But anyway.
I understand, bro. I understand.
Yeah, but that's what you need. You need something where it's stable. And you also need something that goes where the eyes go. I know that's a little extra, but you need, because remember, I could be looking straight, but my eyes are to the left. My eyes are to the right. My head is still straight, and they teach that. So I don't know. I hate the helmet cam because you can't hit the quarterback because he got technology on his head and it costs you.
We see, dog. You hate the cam. You hate the helmet cam, dog. We see.
Yep. So anyway, man, what do you got coming up in regards to covering anything in regards to covering the Canes here this summer? What's the schedule like? Do you know any of that stuff? Has that come out yet?
It's usually pretty quiet time, bro. Usually time for a lot of trash talking. I was just in our Cane space, and they asked an interesting question. But no, it's usually a quiet time, man. Shout out to Jordan Lyles, man. I didn't get to talk about him, but those pictures of him are impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell all y'all this. Jordan Lyles came here from wherever he came from. I think Texas somewhere. and he wasn't supposed to be the starting running back. We had brought another kid out of mid Florida. I forget his name. He was a 4-star kid, went viral last year for the speech he gave after. And Jordan Lyles came here, bro. And when I went to see St. Thomas play, he was the featured guy on the offense.
Okay.
Jordan Lyles, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people. Kind of like how the freshman tight end did, Elijah Austin. I think Jordan Lyles is going to fall in that football player, just a dog, hard-nosed guy that doesn't look like a freshman.
Mark Fletcher-ish?
No, worse. I think Jordan Lyles. I think Jordan Lyles is a football player, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Those guys that's just cut out, play football, Restrepo, those guys. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Austin. Like I think he's, and now to see that he's been working and gotten bigger, like the time that he wasn't here looked like he was working harder than anybody. You know what I'm saying? To show up looking like that. When the reports of Jordan Lyles in practice started coming out, I'm not gonna be surprised. I just want to tell y'all that I've seen him in person a few times last year, man. And for St. Thomas, man, he carried that ball, and he basically carried that team, because you know St. Thomas liked the run. You know what I'm saying? Chance was hurt a lot. Yeah. So Jordan Lyles is going to be very impressive.
Speaking of that, Elijah Lofton. The tight end / H-back / fullback / running back / left tackle.
What was I calling him? Elijah Austin? Elijah Lofton.
/ head coach / offensive coordinator. He's that kind of guy, right? Doesn't have all the perfect measurables, 6'1", whatever. But sometimes those guys are the better players, right? They are. They don't meet the prototypical sheet. They don't check all the boxes. They're not 6'5", run a 4.3, run a this, have this, you know. But a football player is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize that, like, a football player is a real thing. There's some dudes out there, like you said, you go out there and run 40s, whatever. I'm going to tell you this, who was like that. Antonio Brown, believe it or not. He was a straight football player. He wasn't the biggest, wasn't the fastest. He was fast, I ain't gonna lie. But he wasn't the fastest, but he was fast. The quickest. But I've seen that dude do stuff on a football field. I'm like, how in the F did he do? How did he do that? I saw him cut on a dude on 1 foot. I don't know how he did it. I can't even explain it. Like, you know how you put your foot in the ground one time and you go this way? He like put his foot in the ground, say his right foot is down, his left foot is up. He hopped again on the right foot, like the dude didn't bite. So he hops again on the right foot, and then the dude finally did. Then he put his foot in the ground. I'm like, what the? I saw he was like, And mind you, he was running full speed.
No, bro, it is a real thing. Like, some guys, it's like, nah, 40 times, that ain't it. Like, bench press, nah, that ain't it. They go out there and they get off. Okay, so Elijah Lofton, right? Everybody who didn't know this, 2 years ago, Chaminade wandered off in Las Vegas at the end of the season and got the brakes beat off of him with Jeremiah Smith and all those guys. Right. And everybody from South Florida want to forget that game. And it was a game where the team from Nevada, what's their name, Hayes?
Bishop Gorman.
Bishop Gorman didn't have their best guy, which was Zachariah. What was his name? Was Zachariah Smith, right? The USC Zachariah Branch, the USC wide receiver. They didn't have him.
Mm-hmm.
So Chaminade goes over there at the end of the season. They don't have their best guy, and Chaminade gets beat to sleep. And some kid scores 5 touchdowns on summer night. And it dawned on me that was Elijah Lofton. He's just central wonders over to Las Vegas the next year.
Get smacked.
and loses in a high-scoring game. And I think he had 3 or 4 touchdowns in that game.
So it's funny you say that. I wasn't high on him, dog. Looking at his highlight tape.
Really?
I broke his tape down. His highlight tape did not emphasize his abilities. And he is a kid, believe this or not, who can fall victim to a bad highlight tape. Because if I'm looking at his measurables and I'm looking at the tape, I'm like, do I take a risk on a 6'1" tight end? Because that's what threw me. No, think about it. I'm a Power 5 program. A 6'1", 225-pound tight end. Do I take that chance? But his highlight tape, in my opinion, was not structured to accentuate his abilities.
Bro, he had 5 touchdowns in one game. Like, how many touchdowns did he have that year?
Well, you have to remember, I'm looking at tight end. I mean, I'm looking at highlight tape, and I'm not thinking about that one particular game because I think there's a bad thing with high school stats and who does what. Like, I could type in that Max Prep stuff be all bad because there's so many high school, but you could type in blah 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 college stats and boom, everything pop up. But I think that might be one of the two I was to say I got wrong.
So you wasn't high. He didn't look impressive on his highlight tape.
It didn't. He didn't pop off the tape to me. He didn't pop off the tape like I'm thinking.
I mean, very impressive. Like when he stands up too. Like we've seen him stand up in huge national televised games. I'll tell you this: I got invited to a scrimmage, Miami scrimmage this year. Now I go in there, to get ready, and then the scrimmage starts, and the first play of the game is a 9-yard run, and it's him from tailback position.
Right,
and he looked comfortable.
Right, football player.
The first play of the game. Let's hand Elijah. Well, let's hand Elijah the ball.
The true freshman.
How did that decision even get? I think he looked the best out of all the backs in the spring game.
Agreed.
He's the tight end.
I agree.
He's the tight end.
Yeah. He like Jim Jensen. You remember Jim Jensen?
I was just gonna say that, but I didn't think nobody. I think that was gonna date us, dog. Then you just said it anyway.
What you mean? Yeah, me and you got something in common.
1983. Let's talk about Mark Clayton then. Fuck it.
Hold up.
Steve Largent.
You talk about dating us. Me and you got something in common. You over there looking like Frederick Douglass, and I'm over
Frederick Douglass.
And I'm over here looking like goddamn on. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking smooth.
I don't embrace it, man. I don't embrace it, man.
Yeah. But I'm saying both of us great. Yeah, we ain't got no choice but to sit up here and date ourselves. But no, Jim Jensen played everything. He was like the third string quarterback. He was a tight end, an H-back, a running back, wide receiver, and he even proposed to his girlfriend who was a Dolphin cheerleader. My man.
But we've seen a lot of these guys, man. We've seen a lot of guys that were just. I thought Brandon Ennis falls, and we're going to find out. I think Brandon Ennis falls in this category. Like he's just a guy, not the fastest. Doesn't look like, oh man, he's got a bunch of elite 5 stars over here. But I just think once you put him on the field, I think he's just a guy that produces, dog. Mm-hmm. But we've seen a lot of these guys, and some of these guys just play football. John Offerdahl, and so just some guys that just play, they can play the game, and they're fearless, and they probably love contact, and they can play football. And I think Jordan Lau is one of those guys.
Yeah, I agree, man. Reggie, man, go to sleep, Reggie. Say, Street of Chin Strap is suede with velvet sideburns. God dang, boy.
Well, I was painting this thing for 3 years, man. I got tired of looking for hat club for men's, man. I started back painting later. I
was
went
going
live, dog, with the Beijing on my face, bro.
I know. I remember that time that boy had the old Steve Harvey. Hey, I'm gonna try it. Because I was looking at some pictures. I was telling you I was doing some stuff for my family reunion, and I'm looking at pictures of myself, and I'm like, dang, hey, boy, you got the gray. But I remember this thing was black, boy. So I'm this summer, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna come on live one day. I'm gonna be jet black. Y'all don't clown me though. I mean that thing black. All this gonna be blacked out. Well, y'all can't tell how much gray up here yet.
Miami do a lot of often. Like we might get every Bishop Gordon tight end from here on out, bro.
Well, we got a tie. Remember we had I got my man Cool from the crib on the phone call. Y'all start calling in, building up the queue. We'll take a few calls here tonight. But we've always seemed to have a Bishop Gorman tie. We got the Cyrus Moss from previous year, was a top player coming out of there. Whatever the case may be, man. So I think we've gotten some kids out of there, and we got a tie there. But we'll definitely check it out. We'll definitely see. Reggie said don't use the permanent mark. I'm finna get my job like what's my man? Is it Jack? Not Jackie. What's dog from the Jacksons? He got, man, that thing like a shell, boy, on his head. Jermaine Jackson. Yeah, my thing like Jermaine Jackson, boy. But anyhow, no, that's interesting, bro. Like on a serious tip, like leather helmet club. There's some ball players out there, man. And I'm super excited to see how this thing comes together. I did a show yesterday, and I'm gonna bring this up to make a comparison because I think it's valid. Before I'm just letting the queue build up. Cool. Give me a second. Call on in 862-799-9956. Point right down there below you, that street. Not to bring this in, but somebody asked this question. We were talking about players coming in because y'all know I do a show in Colorado yesterday. How many players? And I said they had 22 players coming in after spring football that have technically either just enrolled, but they haven't been a part of the team per se. And I said it was 22. I counted. I saw a video today. They did 32. And somebody, I want to say it was Rob the Man Media. Shout out to Rob the Man Media. I was laughing at that point, so I missed it. But when I went back and looked at that part, I saw your question, Rob. And he said, how many players does Miami have coming in that were not part of the spring game? And I said, interesting question. So I began to look. Mm-hmm. And I think right now, as I looked at the transfer portal, I'm becoming a pretty good typer, man. Typist, I guess is the right way to say it. Type pretty well. Shout out to Miss Petaway. I used to be the two-finger dude. Right now, Tyler Brown, Jalen Alderman, Simeon Barrow, Sam Brown, Damian Martinez. And I'll say De'Yani Hill that we did an interview with. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 7 guys. 7 people new to this program after spring ball.
Okay.
And this goes back to where I was saying, I think Mario Cristobal is filling a need for people who have now left. So follow me on this. Tyler Barron comes in because Nigel Kelly leaves. I think if Nigel Kelly doesn't leave, we don't go after Tyler Barron. Right. Sam Brown comes in, big body, 6'2", because Kobe Young leaves. Damian Martinez comes in because Mark Fletcher's hurt. And I want to give Mark Fletcher some love after this, if you don't mind. And Jalen Alderman comes in, I believe, to create depth or maybe even have a significant role. I don't think anybody left from the linebacker room. And Simeon Barrow replaces maybe a a 1 more or 2 more year Lawrence Taylor. What's the boy name? Leonard Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
Leonard Taylor, excuse me.
Lawrence Taylor did not go undrafted.
And he replaces a Leonard Taylor who could have given us 1 more year because Barrow only has 1 year from my understanding. So I have to give credit. Yeah, but Corey Flagg left and yeah, you could replace him, but it wasn't like Corey Flagg left late. You get where I'm coming from?
Right.
Actually, Dre is 32 players, not 22. It was 32. So with that being said, to answer that question, but I thought it was a valid question because I hadn't thought about it. And I said,
how many players after the spring? So you're not counting after the spring game or after the spring season?
Spring game, because Cam Ward and those practice with the team. So they got time to gel, get put in installs, blah, blah, blah. So we only have 7 guys that we have to get caught up with play calling.
So Damian Martinez, you said Damian Martinez?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't hear you say that. So Sam Brown, Damian Martinez, right.
So Tyler Barron, Jalen Alderman, Simeon Barrow, Sam Brown, Damian Martinez, De'Ani Hill. That's 6 guys. Why did I say 7?
So you're counting Ryan Mack and Chance? I think they were hanging around.
But they're not transfers. They're
just only transfers. Okay,
yeah, they're incoming. We can't do anything about them not being able to leave early. But we're talking about transfers.
I think they were around.
Oh, of course. I think they
I think they were around. I think they were. They were close enough to soak up a playbook.
Yeah. But we're talking about. Yeah, but I was talking about incoming transfers that will be significant pieces that needed catching up.
We didn't replace Ja'Cory Brown. No, he's irreplaceable. We won't replace Ja'Cory Brown. Just watch it. Just watch Orlando in 2 years. That's what you do.
Yeah. Well, can I say this? I hate to say this, but I can say it. That's why Cam Ward. I mean, if you want to look at it that way.
But we did replace Ja'Cory Brown.
Not really.
Yeah. And even Ja'Cory Brown on the way out of here was like, hey, man, Cam can play.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, he can play.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Alderman replaces Flagg and Cloyd. Okay, I'll go with that, Birdstone. That's fair. The only reason I said that because, Flagg did transfer out, but okay, I'm with you. I can't fat Missouri, I believe.
He went to Missouri?
I believe he went to Missouri.
Watch Flagg. Watch what happens. Watch.
Underdog King. Underdog King.
He totally he's between what we saw last year in that Clemson game with his back against the wall, we thinking all the younger kids was better than him. Between what's the linebacker out of Georgia, the young kid that everybody likes?
Popo, Raul.
When I sat down with Popo, if y'all haven't, I don't know if the interview is public. It's on Cambridge. It's in the membership. I don't know if I ever made the Popo interview public. Okay, it's on Twitter now. Yeah, and the way he talked about Corey Flagg was like I don't care what's off the field. This man is like Superman walking around the film room.
Smart.
Yeah. Football player, right?
Don't know about that. Here we go. So let me fix it. So I'm a Flagg fan.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is why I was saying earlier when we had our other show about mental health. Corey Flagg may not have the physical attributes, but he is a guy, believe this or not, in a locker room that you need because he's the glue to the other guys. Like you just said, he makes that dude that can run, jump, tackle better because he can take coach's words and make them player terms. He can take Right here, you got a jet sweep, flip your hips. And he go in there and be like, hey, dog, just get low, roll your hips through that thing, tackle that boy. And you're like, oh, I get it now.
That's the thing.
That's a real thing, dog.
Is it, dog? Is it?
That's a real thing. Because a lot of coaches want to be the guru. They want to get the guru patch, and they want to be in there and sound like they're the smartest dude in the room. And they want to go in there and they want to practice on these players like they at a clinic. They want to do all that good stuff. And at the end of the day, you got to have a player that may not be the strongest, the fastest, but he is the glue to the room. And it's usually the guy that's super smart watching film. He knows how to ask the question. I can see Corey Flagg coaching.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen him on the
next
field.
To his dad, yeah.
I see him on the field putting people in place.
Yeah. I stood next to his dad at that Clemson game at Clemson when they beat us.
This
great guy,
was
man.
like that. Mike Alphonse right here was like that.
Great guy, nice guy, positive attitude. His dad had and Popo just said Flagg was sitting everybody's team meeting on the defense. Like he knew where everybody was supposed to be. And he said Flagg would tell him, listen, I'm not bigger or faster than you. But I will outstudy and outwork. He say Flagg will tell all of them, and they all respected it, dog.
Because he backed it up. Can he outrun you to there? Here's the difference. The mistakes that you see Corey Flagg make is because it's athleticism, not a cognitive mistake. But if you saw, I'm just picking a guy. Let's just say you saw Wesley Bassett make a mistake. He may be able to recover because he's athletically gifted, but imagine if his wavelengths were the same as Corey. He makes that play in the backfield.
Yeah.
Because, can I show you something? Even though that was Corey Flagg's play to make, who was right behind him?
Wesley
Bassett.
Yeah. But I think Wesley was set up to make the play, and I think Flagg beat him to it, right? But Wesley has the makeup speed ability. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have caught the guy somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I was maybe 30 feet away from that play, bro, when it happened. Like I literally walked by.
I saw it.
I literally walked by Clubber Nick as that guy was actually hugging him. And I tell you this, you know how you're driving down the street and you go to change lanes and you realize there's a car there and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like. Clubber Nick faked that handoff and kept that ball. And it was like he looked back for a second and there was nothing he could do. Flagg could have been 6'7", 300 pounds. It was like he was just swallowed him up. And that's just knowing the game, bro. That's just being in a. What did the Green Bay coach once say, bro? Lambeau, what his name is?
Go here, go there.
Luck is a residue of hard work, dog. Luck is residue. Yeah, luck is residue of hard work, studying, and then you end up in the right place, and everybody be like, "Man, he lucky." No, not really. He's just seen that play 1,000 times. He's just sitting in the. Watching it over and over again.
And he's also a person believe this or not, he did his job. His job wasn't the dive. His job was the edge. See, a lot of people will say, why is he not on the dive? That ain't his job. His job was there. When you saw Wesley Bassett coming, now again, I could look at the play again, but it looked like Wesley was going to catch him. Wesley was going to catch him, but Wesley was late. He was late. If Corey Flagg is where Wesley was and it was nobody else, he probably turns that corner or gets right to the pylon. You get what I'm saying?
Dog, that play, I was standing right there, dog. That the way he grabbed him and just drove him, he didn't try to tackle him.
No, he just
took his
down.
momentum. He took his momentum. He just drove him out of bounds. It's almost like he didn't try to do anything that was going to mess up. He just took his momentum and he just drove him. He just drove him out of bounds. And I was like, boy, that was smart.
I got chill bumps because you know what? he realized if I try to make the tackle and I miss, it's touchdown.
It's touchdown. Yep.
It's one of the look at this. I got children like raw chicken in here, dog.
Yeah, and leverage. So we all are running this way. Let me just take them. Let me just take them that way. And Wesley or somebody behind me, but I'm just gonna take them where my momentum taking me.
The homie's coming. The homie's coming. I just need to remember that play I told you I had a player named Tyson and Duke on that play. I said, don't try to tackle Duke. Just stay in front of him until the homies get there. And he went to go tackle him, and Duke put that hand right here. And that boy fell. Duke was out. Same thing. He just said, listen, I'm going to keep you here.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that boy hit one of these. Hootie hoo. The homies was on the way. Yes, sir. I love it, man.
Go ahead. Let's take a few.
Yeah. Cool from the crib.
Cal, man. I see my boy Cal. Shout out to Cal, man. Cal said we going to miss flag. Cal a huge flag fan, man. You got a flag jersey.
Hey, me too. You know why I call him? You know why I say he wasn't number 11, right?
What?
Because he number 1 twice. Come on, dog. Stop playing with my dog, man. Y'all know I'm a flag fan. Anyway, cool from the crib. What's up with you, baby?
Going on, coach?
I'm good. Can you hear him, Street?
I hear him.
Okay. You heard Street? Cool.
Going on, Street.
What's going on, bro?
I had to make some changes. That's why I asked. All right, let's talk about it. What's up, cool?
What's going on, coach?
Chilling, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Lest we forget, I know everybody's high on Lyles, and rightfully so. Solinger is very high on Lyles. Definitely. But another person that people seem to forget is the Hellcat. He has been turning heads, and he's got a little size on him more so now than he came in with. But I would say that he might be that surprise player in that backfield. I know, like I said, I know they're high on the other backs, but just his ability has been turning heads on the low. Kind of like how, I mean, he's getting the same acclaim, probably a little bit on the hush on like Lofton is. And Lofton, you know who Lofton reminds me of? What's the guy who played behind Vernon Davis on the 49ers, and then he switched to
Rathman.
I can't remember his name, but he reminds me. That's who Lofton reminds me of. Is a guy
Vernon Davis,
like you said, maybe
the tight end Vernon Davis.
Yeah, he was behind him though. He played behind him. He was actually the second tight end.
You talking about Vernon Davis? We can't win with him. Won't work with him. Can't coach with him. I ain't gonna do it.
But then he got better.
Right. That's what he was talking about when he said that. Right.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Can't win with him. Can't work with him.
So listen. So Hellcat. Listen. Okay. So I think we go ahead.
No, go ahead. Good.
So I think we're here at this point, and Mario has done get an A+ for this. You're right. Hellcat looked a little small in spring, but when they gave him the ball, that third team, Hellcat ran the ball pretty good in spring when I was there at practice. And I think we're at the point where, think about the Georgias and Ohio States and the Alabamas when they were stacking teams, and their backups they had depth. The guy behind the guy could come in and play. And I think we're getting to that point where it's not going to always be like, don't forget Hellcat, don't forget Chris Johnson. I mean, that's what depth looked like.
Right. That's fair.
Somebody's going to play, and then some of them are not going. You know what I'm saying? With the transfer portal, some of them are not going to get there. Not saying they can't play, because I'm excited about Chris Johnson and those wheel routes.
Yeah,
because we haven't had fast guys like that in a long time, though. I remember Popo coming to the sideline in one of those scrimmages days, and he looked at his other linebackers. He said, "Man, when Chris Johnson when Chris Johnson run that wheel route, I am not picking him up anymore." He He said, that is not for me to guard. Can we get a slot of somebody to pick him up? That's what he said, dog. That is not for me.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He did say
Here's
that.
what I'll
don't forget.
So I just think it's depth. To make a long story short, I think it's depth what we're looking at, bro.
Pulliam left too, yes. Yeah. But here's what I will say about the Hellcats. He is now falling victim, and when I say victim, not in a bad way, but he's falling victim to the new toy. When he came in, Hellcat. Now he's 1 year in, right? He's in. Now Jordan Lyle is the new toy, right? And everybody loves the new toy. Not saying that in a bad way. It's always, what's the new toy? What's the new toy? Think about it. Nobody's talking about Pancake. Nobody talking about Tommy Kinsler anymore. Right? I'm just saying how that works. People get pushed along until they show up. Right? I know Hellcat is new.
He's not new though. He's not new.
Because if Jordan Lyle, because Jordan, again, that picture comes out with Jordan Lyle, and he's just getting on campus. He's super exciting. This is not a bad thing. I'm just talking about how people get pushed along, and then until they show up on the football field, right? We don't hear about Robert Stafford anymore. When Robert Stafford was coming in, oh my God, Robert Stafford's so athletic. Robert, don't hear anything. Right? It's the new toy and the new safety and the new safety or the new receiver or the new. That's just how it goes. You get pushed along that conveyor belt, right? I'll go with Marvin Harrison. Oh my God, Marvin Harrison going to Ohio State. He sits there for that year, kind of, You see Garrett Wilson, you see Olave, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then they bring in Brandon Enos. Oh my God, Brandon Enos. And then Marvin Harrison show up. Boom. You see what I'm saying? It's just how it goes. Yeah. I'm not saying people forget about them, but we're just talking about what gets talked about. You get talked about as a current player, and you get talked about as the new person coming in. And the players kind of in between that's transitioning from sitting to playing, they kind of forgot about it until they become, on the field guys.
So when the depth becomes competitive like that, how does that one guy rise to the top? Does he have to date the coach's daughter or something?
Got to keep balling.
No.
Keep balling.
It's a dog fight.
Yeah.
It's just a clear out dog fight.
Yeah, I want to remind people that we once had Clinton Portis and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee in the same backfield. And them jokers was competing like they all were from different tribes. Yeah. Yeah. Because today, Frank Gore still frowns when you say Willis McGahee name around him. Today. Because if you slip, you gone. Like not gone. You might lose a rep or two. You might lose a rep or three, a rep or four. Like it just happened. But go ahead, cool man. Say your piece. I got you. Go ahead.
Well, the only other thing I know, and you guys, if y'all can answer me for this, I tackle depth. But the fact that, do you think the fact that we brought in so many D tackles definitely shows that the coaches don't trust Ahmad Moten like that? Because I would think that if they did, you wouldn't have brought in so many. And I got to be honest, he has kind of disappeared. Has anybody heard from him at all this spring? Or you guys let me know what your thoughts are as far as the middle of the defense.
So here's what I'll say. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. That's a Ma Moten problem. Meaning, step up. I just hate to say it that way. Compete, step up, maybe do what's being asked. Yeah, okay. Oh, coach got favoritism. Coaches most got favoritism for those who ball, if you're a real G coach about your stuff. You understand? Here's what I'll say about that. One, Ahmad Moten is still young. Two, defensive line is a rotational position, right? Nobody just sits there and play there the whole game. Like it doesn't work like that, right? You know that, cool. I'm just talking. And then three, if players feel that way, and that's why I wanted to talk about Mark Fletcher. If players feel that way, then that's your insecurity, dog. That's your insecurity if you feel like, oh, you bringing in somebody to replace me. Well, you can't replace me if I'm irreplaceable.
Right.
That's why I say it's a player problem at that point.
Right.
Like you can't. I know my worth. I know what I do for this team. I know what I am. I know the praises I get. I know the butts I be kicking in practice. I know when I did this because when I'm in the film room, you also saying, yeah, boy, you do this well, blah, blah, blah. Or when you grade me out, I'm grading high. So either you lying to me on my grading or you don't know what the hell you're looking at. Like what I'm saying is, so that becomes a you problem, meaning you need to either fix it, get out your feelings and keep competing, or you're just not cutting it. But all that is a you problem. I hate to say it that way. Tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was crazy.
You know
to
what?
me, it felt like, well, not crazy. It was just like, you could tell that, things or something had to be done in Cristobal mind, bro, because he didn't hesitate, bro. He brought 2 defensive tackles, if not the same day, same simultaneous week.
Yeah, but you lost 2 also. You still lost Leonard Taylor. You lost Dennis.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah. I was about to say, who's behind Amari Moten? Who's behind Moten and Josh Gordon?
What's his name left?
Harrison Hunt.
No, the other one.
Harrison Hunt.
Yeah. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna say this to what you said. I'm gonna say this to what you said. When I look at the way Mario is dealing with the transfer portal, I don't think everything is about, oh, this guy isn't good enough, so we're bringing the guy in front of him. It looks like they're looking for seasoned guys to create depth.
True.
So if you look at the 2 deep, you got C.J. Clark, Marley Cook, you know what I'm saying, Barry Tyler, Bain, and then you got Moten, Mezzador, those guys are the depth now. So they're still on the roster. He's not saying they're not good enough. But I think Mario knows he's underachieved for 2 years. Them boys went out there to utilize transfer portal NIL as it exists today because you see how fast they figured out a way.
You got to win. You got to win now.
Yeah. You see how fast they figured out a way to alter the NIL in the future. So I think they jumped out there and was like, hey, man, we got money. This benefits us. Let's go out here and stack the cupboard while we can before they stop what we call the Wild Wild West. So,
and not even that. Mezzador is one of your depth pieces. He can't even find shoes to play with. So what I'm saying is there is a lot of, you remember, injury is a real thing in those trenches.
Yeah.
So think about if he doesn't go get Barrow, he doesn't go get Tyler Barron. And let's just, God forbid, I'm going to just call him 44 because I know that ain't his real number no more. So 44 break a shoelace. Now what? You got to have pieces. And as fast paced and as high paced as these offenses run now, you start getting them 10, 12 play drive. You got to rotate these guys through, man. You got to rotate these guys through. And here's what I'll say I like about it. A lot of those pieces he got are one and dones. So it's not like he's bringing in low transfer portal, meaning that's the wrong way to say it. Young transfer portal, meaning guys with 3 or 4 years that are truly their competitor. Yeah, they're not their competitor. They here for the year because let's be honest. Let's say Leonard Taylor stays a year. Nigel Lee Kelly stays. Do any of those guys play this year as a starter? Probably not, because they still need some developing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So all he did was replace what he lost. You replace a 4th year Leonard Taylor, just like you did with James. I replace a 4th year James or Cam with Misha Powell. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I got you.
Yeah, just to kind of keep it on track. While the puppy's still growing up, my guard dog left me. I got to get an older guard dog. They ain't really ready yet. They barking real good, but they ain't biting just yet. That's how I look at it. That's it. 862-799-9956. Y'all call on in. Don't be scared. Y'all about to make coach get up off him, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got to take care of some stuff here about 10:30, so I'm going to get off here in a little bit. So, guys, call on in 862-799-9956. The phone line is paid for. Got 277 people in the building. Y'all holler at us, man. But, yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it's all about. Kyle Brennan said our guard dogs ran away too early. Oh, and maybe so. So what did he do? Yeah, so what did he do? He went and rented some guard dogs until the puppies grew up. That's how you could look at it, Kyle. He rented some until the puppies grew up. That's just how I look at it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Now, if he would have brought in a dude with 3 years left on him, another dude with 3-4 years left on him, I'd be like, okay, he don't trust Ma Moten, right? Like he trying to say this dude gonna beat him out. Nah, he's saying, look, I need one more year for you to grow into your full potential. And that's gonna also give them young boys I just brought in, the Justin what's the lineman name? Justin
Scott.
Scott.
Justin Scott.
That gives them one more year.
Scott, Artavius Jones, and you got Dylan Russell, and then of course, my gosh.
That gives them time
when it came in early.
Right, but that gives them time to grow. That gives them one more year to grow and not be thrust into the fire. I will say this about Mario Cristobal on the transfer portal. I 100% agree with his methodology on how he's using it. I really do. I am agreeing with it 100%. He's using it to fill holes and put Band-Aids, but he's also getting it time to let the young ones grow as well. I do.
No, you're right. What you said made sense because you said, of course, you got one and done. So that gives, especially like you say, like a Justin Scott, a whole year to mature physically. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that from that perspective. But I think your boy may see the field early. Artavius Jones, because I think he already got the physical traits. It's just the mental rep. And of course, he's a big dude that's used to hitting people smaller than him. He ain't used to hitting 300-pounders on a consistent basis.
I can tell you. I'll tell you this.
I think he got the physical ability to make make us a little leap.
I like his take. He a Pots player for me. Pop off the screen player. But I'm gonna tell you who in the bag. For if you would listen, I don't want to tell you because y'all gonna mess my views up, but y'all better show Coach some love. It's in the doggone editing queue right now. Oh, I forgot his name that fast. Last name is Charles, defensive lineman from Port Charlotte. He just dropped his top 6. Yes. Let me tell y'all something. If Mario Cristobal pulled him out, oh my God, 6'4", 300, using his hands. Now he's not using his hands like Peter Woods and Ruben Bain, but even with lesser talent, and y'all don't go watch it. Wait till it come out, doggone it. Watch him use his hands against lesser opponents. He's violent. He's aggressive. He's trying to use his technique, but them people so light. Dog, he punched this dude one time, and I swear I thought I saw his shoulders touch, dog. Like he hit him, and that boy's shoulders did like this.
Boy, shoulders clap.
Bruh. No, not Lightfoot. Well, Lightfoot is a young one. There you go. Lightfoot is one that needs that time behind a Baron, right? That can work in and rotate with him, but all of the pressure's not on him. Good call right there, KO. So these are the things I'm saying that I enjoy. Dog, what's that boy name? Last name is Charles. Morton. Not Morton. Oh, let me pull this.
From where?
Thing. He's from Port Charlotte, man.
Defensive line?
Yeah. I don't know why. Myron Charles. I said Morton. Myron Charles. Thank you, Sigmund. Look at that. They be on it, boy. The fact checkers be on it. Look at, you know what? You know what, dog? Take this right here. And George already on his list, Reggie, since you so tell you how much a fan you are. You don't even know George on his list. Talking about calling Kirby now. Thanks, coach. Like, get that crap out of here. But
Jacoby Graggs, what's going on, Jacoby? What's up, bro?
Hey, can I ask a question? Damn, cool. Hung up on me. Let's talk about, since he's there, we had 300. We need 5 more people so we can celebrate the 305. Come on, y'all. 5 more people in the chat. Hey, you ain't gotta tease me with a good time. I got my fishing rods right here, baby. All you gotta do is say, let's go. And we there, I'm off. Can we talk about the Mark Fletcher interview and how impressed I was with him?
Talk to me. What you was impressed about?
I was impressed with his approach to Damian Martinez. I sat and watched. It's like an hour and some change long, like hour and 10 minutes, something like that. I love the fact he said, I reached out to him and said, hey, bro, we need you.
Yeah.
We need you. And not only the fact that he says we need you, he also says, I can learn from this dude, man. He said, I'm still young. Like, I'm young. Like, I could learn from this cat. And that what he said right there also talks to me, Street, about what I just mentioned about these other guys. Why Cristobal is looking at the one and dones, not the 3-4 year guys. That these one and dones can come in here and be teachers and be, 1 year role models. And here's the best part about it. They ain't here long enough to tear up your program. One and done. Get in. Thank you for your service and get out.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about 3 years of this dude and folks. Man, look here. And it brings a different mindset when you have 1 year. They gonna tighten up. You wanna know why? Because they came here to try to get to the league. They can't afford to screw it up. You ain't got no time to. Think about it. Damian Martinez, at minimum, has 12 games. At minimum, he has 12 games. 3 months of college football left.
Right.
And that's it. Cam Ward. That's it.
That's it.
Simeon Barrow. That's it. Now, that don't mean somebody won't jack it up. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anything else impressed you about the interview?
Yeah, they kind of talked a little bit. But that was the most impressive part I liked about it. The way he talked about the Damian Martinez piece coming in and saying, hey, bro, I need you. Got to come in and teach me something. I was impressed with him. Like I said, he a young dude, young cat. I'm trying to think when you asked me that, made me feel like I'm forgetting something. Is it a piece I'm missing?
We interviewed Mark Fletcher, man, when he was on his way, when he had just got to Miami. I think Mark Fletcher's an honest guy. I think he's an honest guy. I believe him being so inviting to Damian Martinez has a lot to do with him, his status, and will he play or not? I believe so.
That's true. I believe that.
I believe so. So my theory on it is that you would be inviting if you didn't have any plans to play. Like that's my theory on it.
Or very limited.
We do need you. We trying to win. I'll tell you this though, off subject a little bit. That podcast, right? That guy that was a quarterback, the same guy who said to tie him up.
Mo Hassan, I think his name is.
Hassan. He was throwing at the Miami Pro Day. he just put up tonight. He has an interview with Nevin Shapiro. He about to drop tomorrow. I'm not.
We'll talk.
I don't understand.
We'll talk. We're gonna talk right after this. I don't give a damn what you got to street. I don't care what booty you got to rub, what stomach you got to fill up. We're gonna talk right after this.
Kane fans seem to love him, right? He was at the helm of the Jacory issue, right? Right. Miami had him throwing that pro day, so he's a friend of the program. And when Nevin Shapiro came to Luke to do a documentary, he said no. So if we could have interviewed him, we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why.
Hold on.
That's why.
Hold on.
That's why street went to the dark side.
Dun, 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 dun. I got to get some music that go with this. I don't know if I want to hang this up street or if I want to actually use it as a sign and just hold it up. I think it's more effective when I hold it up. I don't know. But anyway, regardless. And I'm going to take this and put my logo right here.
Bro, like listen, the fans seem to like, you saw the market, you saw the Jacory interview. Bro, listen, Jacory got through directly under the fucking bus. like, the shit that we protected those kids from all those years, and now this guy's finna interview Nevin. I don't know, maybe Nevin gonna say something positive about the program. I doubt it. I doubt it. But maybe he found some way to spin it, edit it, and you know what I'm saying, make it clean. But he doesn't seem to care. And others don't really seem to care that he don't care. But God forbid Caneville say something about Jacory Brown.
Listen,
all
bro.
Right, I'm done.
Nah, because there's some people on here. I was gonna leave it. There's some people on here. You're right.
I'm done. I mean, that's why I stopped giving a fuck. Sorry for cussing on this shit, Hayes. That's why I'm gonna always speak my mind.
Hey, I don't give an L. Sorry for cussing on your ish. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I get you.
That's why I stood up and I said what I had to say, because it's like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
I'm with you. So my question is, what your shirt said?
Just asking questions, boss.
Oh, just asking questions.
Just asking questions.
Okay. I wonder if he used the locker room to warm up in before he threw for pro.
No, invited to throw for pro day, dog. After letting Jacory just spill his guts. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that we protected. See, y'all have to understand. What you see in the video is the last. Is the last edit. What you see in the video is the last edit. We have edited out so much stuff to protect these kids over the years. What he did not do was protect Jacory in that interview. But everybody took it as, a lot of people liked the interview because it was raw. But what y'all didn't understand is that it threw Jacory under the bus.
The repercussions behind
it. So y'all was too blind to see that. Then he comes back and he says that the Italian mob approached him. That went viral. That was brilliant. So now you got Nevin Shapiro up there. Now, if y'all figure out a way to twist this one, then fuck it. Maybe he figured out a way to get Nevin to talk positive, but I know for a fact Nevin wants to come out and say Mario did some fucked up shit while he was here. He does.
It come out tomorrow? Hold on, it's coming out tomorrow?
Yeah. What so time? maybe they figured out a way. Maybe they figured out a way to twist it and get Nevin to go docile. And like I said, you can edit and you can put out whatever you want to put out. So Nevin can get up there and talk shit and you can edit it all out. But we're going to see what he produced. But I don't know, man. From a Kane fan standpoint, I didn't want to touch it. I'm sure anybody could have sat down with Nevin. I'm sure we could have. Listen.
Why he sit down with me? He could have sat down with Coach. Hey, don't nobody over there talk to me. So it's all good. I ain't got no problem. Because you know me, Street, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you one time only. I am this guy.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy.
I'll be the bad guy, dog. Ain't like nobody hey, I don't have no season tickets. I don't get no shirt. I don't get no gift. I don't get no love. I say hello to people. They ride past me like they don't see me. Man, please.
From here on out, you getting the truth out of Caneville. I mean, yeah, because I realized that it's like, whoa, this is kind of confusing.
It's the greatness, dog.
It starts to make you think like, yeah, well, was y'all in on the Corey interview? Like, I don't understand.
I understand. Reggie, you go sit in this corner right here, Reggie. Right here. Right there. This sponsor segment by F8 Enterprises.
I went into our space tonight, and on the Jumbotron, they had up there, Nevin Shapiro interview drops tomorrow. Y'all about to hear about the Canes, you know what I'm saying? The Canes program from a different perspective. Maybe Nevin has toned down what he's got to say, but I know for a fact he's been trying to do a documentary, part 2 to Barrier Canes.
So can I ask this? There was a thing about, I was saying there was a little, I don't know if it's a trailer or whatever, what do they call it, a short. Remember he was walking with the white uniform and it had this thing. Yeah. Nevin Shapiro released from jail due to COVID, such and such overcrowding or whatever they called it, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
And he's dropping a such and such. So do you think that was already in the works with this gentleman now? Or do you think that was a thing?
I think Nevin has been feeling around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he's been feeling around, and I think this guy took it. Think about that.
But guess what? Can I say this with all honesty? I'm gonna be very honest. He has no allegiance to the crib. He didn't play for him.
That's what I want them to know. So when they come down on Caneville asking, are we credible? Because we say something about Ja'Cory Brown that Mario don't like. I want to ask them about allegiance to the crib. Because it seems like it's not paying off to have allegiance to the crib.
No, but seriously, like, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying this guy, and here's what I will tell people. Here's what I will say, straight up. I love the fact it's called, I wish they would change, and they can't do it now. Instead of YouTube, it should be my tube. It's my TV. I do what I want on here, right? Like, my tube, because I get what I say YouTube, but y'all get where I'm coming from, meaning I don't knock this guy for doing what he's doing. I think what you're saying, Street, and I want to clear this up for some people.
Clear it up for me, because I think they missing it.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is that, wait a minute. Okay, this gentleman is doing a show. Fine. I think it's called Momentum Park. Fine, no problem. Interviewed a lot of our players. Fine, no problem. I don't know how he got them, whether it's relationships. I'll leave it at that. Fine, great, no problem. Young dude on the come up from playing quarterback, getting into this space, great. Does an interview with Ja'Cory. Some of the stuff on there got back to Miami, and it wasn't favorable in that sense.
Right.
Coach Cristobal necessarily didn't like it too tough. And in turn, people kind of said, oh, he's being held accountable for what he said in his interview. A lot of people looked at that interview saying, well, it's a young man just being truthful, not trying to be malicious in what he was saying. He was just being truthful. And then a lot of people saying, oh, no, y'all overthinking it. And that's why he's not playing, because y'all think this. Okay. However, this young man, Mo Hassan, if I'm not mistaken, gets the opportunity to throw the football, because he was a quarterback, at Miami Hurricanes Pro Day for Miami Hurricane players going to the league. And out of all quarterbacks out here, anybody could throw for you in Pro Day. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if the players chose him, like the ones that was in the Pro Day chose him to be that. Does Miami have to okay that? I don't know that process, but I'm just trying to give y'all a timeline of kind of what you're saying, what was going on here. And then, so you're trying to say if you throw in that pro day, you got some kind of access, right?
I mean, somebody. Somebody's okay with you.
Okay with you, right?
You're not the guy that we're mad at for letting Ja'Cory come on here and air our dirty laundry. We're not mad at you.
Right. We're more mad at the kid instead of the person that. Here's what I'll say, Street, to be honest. He is not obligated to protect the kid, but I'm gonna go with you on this. Mo's not obligated to protect the kid. What you're saying is that you should have more grace because you do protect the kids and protect the program from things that kids may say honestly. For example, what Ja'Cory said may have never hit the airwaves because you would either edit it out or re-ask the question and got a similar response, but maybe not that particular response.
Right.
Because I've done the same thing.
Yeah. We would have got him in hot water with Mario. Yeah, we know for a fact we would have got him in hot water with Mario. Can I say this?
Yeah. I had a kid doing those interviews, and I had a kid say, I don't really know nothing about the school. I went like, bro, hey, cut. All right. So let's walk through this. All right. Now, you can't go in there and say, you can't say, hey, well, I really just like the colors. Like the colors? No, let's work this out a little bit. All right, you young man. Before we put it on tape, all right, talk to me. What do you like? Who do you like? So now he had a chance to think about it. Okay, well, you know what? This coach was pretty cool. That coach was da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, now let's go. Because now, do people want to say, well, coach, you're not being authentic? Yes, you are. They're kids, but they're going to be held in adult court for what they say. And that's why.
I'd rather they trust me than me. But here's the flip side to it. Interviewing Nevin Shapiro can blow your platform out the water.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. So I'm walking through. So now we to Nevin Shapiro, who if you don't know, he was the one that when Randy Shannon knows was paying players, putting them on the yacht, yada, paying them to come, go to the strip club, became a big deal. And he ended up going to jail for this, right? And some other stuff. Maybe not for that, but for some other things. And it blew Miami, put us under sanctions and all this other stuff. So now what Street, I believe, is saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you're saying, wait a minute. The same guy you gave this access and this love to is the same guy that's getting ready to interview the guy that could potentially not just hurt this program, but also could probably hurt our head coach because he was there at the time when Nevin Shapiro and stuff was happening. Whether it's the truth or not, the allegation is always what? As Charlamagne say, is the allegation is more dangerous than the truth. We say a lie is more entertaining than the truth. So, with that being said, you're saying to yourself, dang, this is who you give at. But I have always been one to make sure I protect the players and the program the best I can. Gotcha. Am I right on or no?
Of course, yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. And yeah, and we come out and we question one kid and the fans go crazy. Crazy. Y'all ain't the real media. Well, here go another fake media guy. Got the worst kind. Microphone.
And to your point, you said this earlier, Street. This video, this could be the Cat Williams of his channel.
Somebody just said that in the comments.
Did they? I didn't even see it.
Cal, we could have took that sauce. We could have took it. We could have took that when we went to. Hey, when we went on the dark side, and I realized how negative clicks help your analytics because I got to see the 50 cent. We could have eventually said, Nevin, let's sit down with Nevin. And sit down with him and talk to him. But dog, at heart, One, we from the hood. We don't like rats. 1, 2, well, we don't like this. We don't like rats. And 3, we just didn't think it was in best interest of University of Miami. But I'm starting to question what best interest looks like to the University of Miami. I'm starting to question. That's what I'm starting to question. Because if there was a muzzle on Ja'Cory, he can't interview anymore. There should be a muzzle on, hey man, don't go sit down with that dude no more.
Yeah, because we saw Mark Fletcher in the interview after the Ja'Cory. Yeah.
We've seen a few of them, I think.
Wow. I got where you're going. Like I say, I'm picking up what you're laying down, brother.
Listen, bro, y'all gonna get the truth out of the street from Caneville. But I just understand that, listen, it comes from taking the low road, you know what I'm saying, for so long, being protective, and it's like, oh, so it don't matter, huh? You just got to do a good interview. Nobody cares if we protect Bane. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if we protect Wesley.
But you do, and that's all that matter, bro. I'm with you.
You know, yeah.
Protect the shorties, dog. The entity is something different, but with the shorties, I get it. I understand. And if you ever want to feel froggy, come tell them the Jordan dog side. Come holler at Kool-Aid. Because don't nobody, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I enjoy my Miami Hurricanes, and I do. And I love the Canes. I love that they represent the crib. I tell people that all the time. But don't get it twisted, dog. I'm not a pain freak. I'm not, bro. If y'all think I'm finna sit here till I'm 77 years old, bro, remember what I just told y'all. Georgia fans, the seniors that graduated at 22 years old, waited 40 years. They are now 62 years old before they won their next one.
Right.
They are grandparents, dog.
Right.
They went from Woodstock to never mind. You know what I'm saying. I'm just being funny. But anyway, I get it, Street. I get it.
Ain't that the same question I asked Manny Diaz?
We on Hayes Street of Canes football. It's like talking about the time with your ex. Here's a question. We've won the offseason for the last 3 years. It has not produced wins. What's wrong? In essence, you're right, dog. That is the same question.
I think we get a different result this time. I believe so. I just think we get a different result this time. I think money's being put in the program. The program is actually showing life like it care. And I think Mario can win in spite of his shortcomings as a coach. I think he just has to have the right people around him and keep stacking the cupboard. I think we may get a last year's season showed me that, okay, we're here to compete. And then usually after that compete season is the season where you kind of go to the 9 wins, 10 wins. Wait a
minute. Wait a minute.
What?
You saying we ain't winning 10? No, you saying we don't win 10 this year, Street?
So if we win 10, that means we lost how many? 2?
Yes. Wait a minute, Street. And I'm
gonna get it going again. I don't see 2 losses on that. I don't see 2 losses on that team.
I don't either, but hold on. I want to make sure I heard you clear.
You don't never see him.
Just say, no, wait a minute, Street. Did you just say this year we win 8 or 9?
9 or 10. 9 or 10. I ain't taking
In the words of my dog, V12, he said this year's like the game of spades. You don't be at 9. It's either 8 or down or Boston. There's no 9 wins here, dog.
I'm not taking 8. Last year was 8. I'm not taking 8.
Last year was 8 wins.
Last year was 8.
Street, I can't do this with you. Hold on. Wait a minute. And we were about to get off here, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. We win 8 last year. This year, would you agree our quarterback is better?
Best quarterback we had in 25 years.
Would you agree? Our running back, even with Mark Fletcher, but would you agree that our running back room increased with the Damian Martinez acquisition?
Of course.
Do you believe Sam Brown adds some depth to our receiver room?
Yeah.
Do you believe Elijah Lofton, Jacoby George, oh my God, what's the kid from Middle Tennessee? Mom, I'm sorry, his mama gonna kill me. Oh my God, Elijah,
Royal.
Come on, help me, Streeter. I'm dying over here.
Royal.
No, that's the tight end. What's the kid from from Murfreesboro? From Murfreesboro. I know where you're from. Horton. Elijah Horton. There's too many Elijahs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Elijah Horton. I'm so sorry, man. I know she's gonna kill me.
His mom was such a sweetheart. She walked up to me at the spring game.
She came up to me at the game one time.
She knew who I was. She said, "Baby, come on." Let me tell you something. She said, "Dog, I needed it at that time too, bro. I needed it, dog." She was like, "Baby, you better never repeat this." And she whispered something in my ear, bro, and I was like, "Oh, I needed that."
Listen, she came up to me outside the stadium. I didn't know who she was, and I did a good, bad, and ugly, and I said the wrong name. It was the wrong receiver. I couldn't tell the jersey number. Mm-hmm. She said, "You better get my baby name right. My baby had that one catch, and you better give him his credit." And then gave me a big old hug and say, "Thank you." Mm-hmm. I said, "Thank you." And her husband was standing there like, "Coach, boy, you better get that job right."
Smiling. He always smiling. Yeah.
Shout out there. So anyway, let me get back to my point-making material before we get up off here. So do you believe he showed some moxie in the spring game?
Yeah.
Do you believe?
I think Horton and yeah, I think him and Warren have a connection.
Do you believe, D. Streeter, that Ray Joseph will add something to the receiver room?
Yeah, if competition at the least.
D. Streeter, on the night in question, do you believe that Shamar Kirk has added something to the receiving room?
Yeah.
D. Streeter, do you believe the O-line is sufficient, if not better, than last year?
I believe the O-line will always be our best unit at Miami.
All right. On the defensive side, do you believe our defensive line got better with the acquisition of these said transfers?
Yeah.
Oh, they said Kirk left. Shamar Kirk ain't leave.
Okay, we'll say Nycar. Did Kirk leave? Say Nycar then.
No matter. Any of the room.
Nycar.
That dude ain't leave. Shamar Kirk? No, I ain't got. No.
Oh yeah, Kirk gone.
Did he? No.
Yeah, Kirk gone, bro.
Bro, he must have left today.
Let me see.
Bro, he's not even on the list.
He not?
No.
I'm going to put up our transfer portal list. Go ahead and finish with your dissertation.
I got it up. So anyway, with the defensive line, do you think the defensive line has
the defensive line is better?
Linebackers.
I think we're missing Flag, but I think we got some young talent that we all been waiting to see play.
Okay. But so you think they're better or the same or worse?
I think we're better.
Okay. Defensive backfield.
We're not better. I think we got some pieces, but I think that's one place we're not better.
Okay. And with all of that better, we're only one more game better. We're only 9 wins better. Hold on, excuse me. Also, this year we have an easier schedule than we had last year. With better talent, easier schedule, 12-game schedule. We're only 1 game better, dog.
1.
Bro, it costs that much money to win 1 more game?
No, dog. No, we are not accepting. No, we're not accepting underachievement this year. We can't.
I know, but you said 9 wins. What I'm saying to you is we won 7. Technically, let's just give us the 8 because I'm being petty.
8.
We take a knee. We taking
the UCF. We're taking the UCF championship route. We won 8.
We won 8. You're telling me that we're better across, and we're only one more game better with an easier schedule.
Nine. So you're saying? I just believe at the end of the year we're 9-3. Mario Cristobal gets read up. He gets, you know what I'm saying, and I think that's the beginning of whatever. Should we win 10? We should be 10 or 11 wins, bro. You just said it. Nobody on our schedule is in the top 50, is what you said. What you said?
Nobody else besides Louisville and Virginia Tech are on the top 50. In the top 50.
50.
I'm sorry, that's not true. Florida State, Louisville, Virginia Tech.
Oh, okay. And nobody's afraid. Florida wasn't in the top 50.
They're 33. They trash.
I'm about to say. But listen, it is the weakest schedule we've seen in a while, which is not saying much with the transfer portal because we don't know who the fuck these teams are anymore that you're walking into. Yeah, people saying Shamar Kirk left, bro. I don't see him on this transfer portal list either.
Unless he left today.
Well, we lost a lot of people, bro. 28 people we lost, dog.
But that's about average, though, in the 20s. Hate to say it.
But with a quarterback like Cam Ward, right? We saw 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 2,700 yards out of a TVD who was like having Stevie Wonder at quarterback or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
With a quarterback like Cam Ward, bro, Cam Ward got to be good for 2 more wins. He has to be.
Minimum. And you add a Damian Martinez, and you add oh gosh.
Cam's a plus 6,000 to win a national championship. I'm putting 300 on it. I'm putting 300 on it, Hayes.
How much that get you?
18,000. And I'm buying Bitcoin. They plus it. Bro, listen. When I look at it, I'm like, we saw last year, we competed. We lost to some team we shouldn't have. We have Cam Ward at quarterback. We were trying, in the space, somebody was just asking, you think the offensive line could give up 5 sacks next year? Like, you think the offensive line we only gave up 10 this year, right? You think they could give up 5 sacks next year with a better quarterback? Boiled Peanuts guy was asking this. What his name is? Les Leggett. And everybody was like, oh, no, dog. So I would look at the stats. Last year, Air Force gave up 8 sacks. They was the least in college football. They run the ball. In 2022, guess who gave up 5 sacks, bro?
One Colorado.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Mario left in 2021. You think Mario had anything to do with that offensive line that was left at Oregon?
Of course. And this is what I'm saying. With 10 sacks, here's what I'm saying. With 10 sacks out of Tyler Van Dyke. And here's what I will tell you. I have to be honest. When you do get a running quarterback like Cam sometime, or a guy that's real shifty, he may run into some sacks. Does that make sense what I'm saying? That just happens, right? He may try, because he knows he has escapability. Sometimes he may get caught from behind because he's over here and not looking there. Whereas a guy like Tyler Van Dyke, no, I got to get it out of my hand. Like, I can't play like that. I got to just. So even 10 in my eyes is not bad this year, dog. I'm not tripping. I'm really not. If we give up 10 sacks, I ain't tripping. But even with that, we're talking about.
People said Oregon looked better without Mario. Yeah. Georgia looked better without Mario. The coach always builds it up. You know what I'm saying? It's the coach that leads the team. dry. You know what I'm saying? You know Mario built up the roster, and then you hand it over to another guy, a fresh voice, and Kirby Smart runs with Georgia. But what I'm saying is that offensive line, I'm sure a lot of it came from Mario. They gave up 5 sacks in 2022. Our offensive line will always be our best.
But I would say this too: you had a very smart quarterback who understands a lot of pre-talk read. Pre-snap reads. He knows how to get the ball out of his hand. Like, he understands throw the ball away. He has enough mobility to get out to throw the ball away. He wasn't. And think about it. This young man had 10. And for some reason, after the Texas A&M game, there was something different with Tyler Van Dyke.
And he only had 10.
And to be surprised where he got those 10 from. Let's look where he got those 10 from. How about that?
Oh, listen, Hayes. Listen. The only other college team in college football, Air Force, had 8. They run the ball. The next number was 9. We had 10, and our quarterback was a deer in the headlights half the time. Look at this comment. Oregon hasn't won their conference since Mario left. Dog, even though that's the truth, right? That's facts, right? But I don't like stats like that. Angry 8. That's so unfair. What did we just look at on the Hayes Street Show, Hayes? Washington beat Oregon twice last year in 2 knockout, drag-out games. So if the national championship runner-up isn't sitting in their conference, they probably win the conference.
Mm-hmm. But I'm looking at
you can't listen. It's a fact. You could see it, but that's how weird stats are. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm looking at. Here's what's funny. I'm looking at the 21 season, which is who? That was Rhett Lashley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Van Dyke was 202 for 324 for 2,900 yards, but he had 20 sacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 2022 season, he was 160, which was Mario's first year, 160 for 253 for 13 sacks for 1,800 yards. And then remember he got hurt or something. Didn't he get hurt? And then he came out the game the season, and that's when whatever. And then 2023, he was 219 for 333. So he actually threw the ball. He completed the ball and threw the ball just a little bit more than he did with Rhett Lashley. 200 yards less, but 10 sacks. Half the sacks. For half the sacks. Threw more, roughly threw the same amount. Threw 200 less yards, though, but had half the sacks. I just
all the time. Yeah, okay. All right, Hayes, you was the defensive coach. Is part of that stat coming from the fact that defenses let Tyler Van Dyke stand in the pocket and think? They did not want to. Well, I don't know. I think you would want to sack him if you can, but I think the defense was to drop back in the zone and make him have to think.
That's fair, because I don't think they also was worried about his running ability. But the sad part about it, until Brashard Smith's run, Tyler Van Dyke had the longest run at 31 yards, tied with Henry Parrish, I believe, on that naked boot. Ain't that crazy? I mean, but that was designed. But no, they're not afraid. They were not afraid of his running ability. They wouldn't send him pressure. I don't even think they put a spy. They probably had a guy that was, a reactionary spy, meaning, okay, once he break, y'all go get him. But especially depending on where he was on the field.
I take credit for the Brashard Smith run.
Good job, coach.
I've told you that story before, right? The Brashard Smith run.
Well, I know I've been saying, hold on, I'm going to take credit. I'm going to beat you to it. Because I've been saying Brashard Smith is the man for a long time. And can't nobody tell me no different. I'm like Soldier Boy. I was the first one to tell y'all Brashard Smith could run the ball.
I covered Brashard Smith since he was 7 years old, and he was a running back. One of the better running backs in youth football. He switched to wide receiver. I think he just didn't like to take the hits. Thursday, before that Hurricane game against Clemson, I text Miami, a coach in Miami. I said, listen, bro, and all the villains, I've shown them the text. I believe if y'all line Brashad up in the backfield and hand him off the ball with his shoulder square to the line, you guys will find y'all best running back. And they did it in the Clemson game. And when it happened, me and Twan was in the end zone, bro, and it brought me to tears, bro. Now, I can't verify anybody told any coach to do it, but I just was happy because I knew it.
Well, you better get the lion.
He looked the same way he looked when he was 10 years old, dog. With his shoulder square. He looked the same way. Yeah. And some of that stuff is just instincts. It's just something that he has. He doesn't like playing running back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he likes taking the beating. But that's something that he can do, though. And I knew that he can do it. Had to pull myself together, dog, and finish shooting the game, dog. But I was like, look at that, Twan.
You was crying for real? You was crying for real?
Oh, yeah, dog, because some of this shit I know. I know James Williams could play. When I was telling everybody he was hurt, and I was like, man, listen, bro. Nobody got to tell me James Williams is an NFL player. I got to wait for Kirk Herbstreit to tell me that. I knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? And some of you just know, dog.
Yeah. Dick Weed, 50-50. Great name, by the way.
Dick Weed.
Richard. I don't know. I'm just saying that's his name. Dick Weed, 50-50. He asked me, he said, he got a 2-part question, asked me if I was up to tackling. He says, is the old way of playing football dead and gone, like pound the rock or more physical? I don't know because Michigan did it. Is that the easier way to coach a football game? Here's what I'll say. Football goes in cycles, and you're starting to see, believe this or not, more physical play. You're seeing slowly but surely, they're not calling them a fullback just yet, but you're starting to see the H-back bodies, right? The Elijah Lofton type bodies. And I'm telling you, you have seen sparingly some true I-back back out there. Why is that happening? Because defenses are recruiting lighter now, right? It's easy. I can go out there in my recruiting class and get 2 fullbacks. You wouldn't think twice about it. But I go in there and line up in the eye with my tight end, and your middle linebacker 220 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And we run straight ISO down the gut. Or we run, gut plays, or we run ISOs, or we run G4s, or whatever the case may be. That 220-pound backer can't handle that pressure over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because you haven't recruited that body style, because you're so worried about the pass and what people do. But yet the offense has only recruited 2 players. That changes a whole philosophy. So I say all that to say you're going to start seeing it coming back because defenses have gotten lighter at the run. Think about what we're saying. We got kids coming in at 215 pounds that play the middle linebacker position.
Right.
220. Like, that's it. So I'm saying to you, I don't know if you can live and die in that world because I believe you do have to pass the ball. But I do believe you cannot win unless you run the football. You have to have a running game. Even in today's throwing league, you still cannot run. I mean, you still cannot just throw the ball across the yard and think you're going to win ball games because you got a gazillion yards of passing. You still have to establish a run game. And a big misnomer is people don't think about it. People, Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady always had a running game. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to say that to you guys. Hopefully that answers your question. Yes, you can be physical. Yes, you can. As long as you have a quarterback that gets it, you'll be great. All right, man. We got Muhammad in here for the 1999. Wow. Yeah, dog. Y'all clap it up. Uh-oh. I think I done slapped Muhammad into submission. Coach, I've been hard on Mario based on his game day performance, and yes, Lord, and I've been loving it. But I'm willing to put it aside and have a more positive mindset. Let's move forward. I hope we get a big fan turnout at the game. I'll be there. Feel the rock. Which game are you talking about? Florida game? Are you talking about the Florida game, Muhammad, or are you talking about the first home game? I'm not sure which game because I know you're out of town. So let me know which game you're talking about. Man, I appreciate that, Muhammad, man.
That's
I ain't
what's
say
up,
you for me, but I am glad that you can say, hey, man, I want to put that to the side, blah, blah, blah. Say I slapped him into some, he said home games in general. Okay. All right. For sure, man. For sure. Well, maybe I can get a media pass. I apply for my media credentials at Miami, Ohio, for Miami University. See if they give me some media credentials. But we'll see. Well, man, Muhammad, man, much love to you, dog. Appreciate that, bro. And and what I'm saying is, I get it. I have to say this to you. What you have been saying has always been a concern. Don't get me wrong. What only thing I have been saying is I don't care about his mishaps. We gotta set the standard, and this is what we expect. That's all I've been saying. Much love to you, brother. Well, I'm shady, though. Yeah.
Last year, who coached the Michigan versus Ohio State game? Was it the interim coach?
I don't know. I said it earlier, and I think Harbaugh came back right before that. I think Harbaugh came back right before that game.
Did he?
I believe.
Let's
it
see.
may have been.
Who coached the Michigan versus Ohio State game for Michigan? Was Harbaugh suspended? Let's ask ChatGPT.
Let's see.
But you guys were just talking about Sharon Moore. Michigan was coached by Sharon Moore.
Oh, it was then. I was right.
Listen, you're talking about running the ball. Last year in Michigan-Ohio State game, Michigan did not attempt a pass in the second half.
Told you.
They did not attempt a pass, and it's not Georgia Tech wing T. They were in a what? Split backfield. What Michigan run? Pro set.
Mm-hmm.
They did not attempt a pass in the second half. It was one time they just ran the ball 8 times in a row.
It was a lot of probably 11 personnel stuff.
Now, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? What they saw, what you saying is true. It was a close game, and them boys was not trying to pass.
Mm-mm. No, listen, like I said, and that's their philosophy, and they stuck with it. Again, I guarantee if you go look at that game, I mean, I watched it, but I don't remember it. But I guarantee Ohio State was a little bit lighter than Michigan in some forms of fashion, right? They probably were faster, had more athletes out there, but now that pounding, bro. How big you think Wesley Basanta is right now? If you had to guess his weight.
He's gotten bigger.
I'm saying if you had to guess his weight, listen, what do you think is listed as?
205, 210?
He can't be that small, dog. No, sir.
You think he's bigger than that now? Maybe 225?
I would think he better be.
At one point in time, in Miami, he was 205 at one point in time.
They got 205 right here as a junior in high school, and this boy played a wheel linebacker.
Somebody say 222, 223.
I give him that, dog. Please, God. Please, got to be at least that big. Not 205? You trying to tell me he and Brashard Smith the same weight?
How big was Rohan Marley? Since you want to talk about weight. They did run the ball back then.
Yeah, but Rohan wasn't no wheel linebacker either.
One love. What was this Rohan Marley played?
I think he was like a strong safety rover type dude. They say he was a linebacker. He must have been a Sambacker.
Rohan Marley was a linebacker. That's what I thought.
No, that's what they call it, a linebacker. But he went in the box. You ain't see Rohan Marley lined up behind the guard.
He was in the box.
Shit.
He was.
I want to see it.
Where you was at?
I want to see it.
One love.
Yeah, he out there giving one love.
One heart. Let's get together. Rohan Marley was 5'8", 205. Him and Wesley was the same weight. Goddamn. Yeah, we were 5'8". Linebacker. That boy playing linebacker. Hey, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, the position, the name is different than the position. You know, like you have linebackers, but you also had Sam backers that were scooted out that were not necessarily nickels. Yeah, they linebackers.
Hey, Hayes.
But we talking about
Rohan Marley was in the box, Hayes.
Don't worry, I'm pulling his highlights up right now.
It was the only place he could be. Like that's what he was there for.
Nope, I'm finna pull it up. I'm finna pull it up right now. I ain't gonna even watch it. We finna go ahead and get copyright. We finna get copyright right now.
Pull it up. Now watch him give us some coach speaking, outsmart all of us. Watch him be like, look at his left leg. His left leg is telling me right now. He's watch this.
Show coming from the outside though. See where he coming from? I'm just telling you where he coming from. See where he coming from?
No, let's just see where he line up at. So you're saying he played what position?
Maybe the Sam backer. So back in the day when you had a 4-3 defense, the 4-3, the Sam would line up between the slot and the tackle, right? He wouldn't necessarily he would line up in the same position as the nickel. Hear what I'm saying?
We had Michael Barrow, Jesse Armstead, and Darren Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were they all in the box?
No. I'm showing you. Watch, I'm gonna show you right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you.
So you're saying that only one of those linebackers is really in the box?
No, that's not true. No, that's not what I'm saying. We're talking about positions. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of his tackles are on the sideline. He's playing the side of the ball. You see, he's coming from depth. Like if you notice, look where he's coming from. The middle linebacker is not, this is him right here. I'm just telling you where he's coming from. I ain't saying he ain't a ball player, and I ain't saying he ain't a linebacker.
Okay.
I'm saying that he's not a middle linebacker. That's all I'm saying. A Sam, strong side. He may be split out over the tackle, the tight end.
What the box? What is the box? The box starts where? Draw the box for me. Where is the box start?
In between it, where you see Kiko Maui-Noah and Wesley Basaint, Corey Flagg.
Now he was in there sometimes, bro.
I'm not saying he wasn't. See where he coming from? Look where he just came from on this play. That's him right here at the top. That's the box right there. That's playing right in the box. That's the box. This right here coming off the edge.
Somebody say, pull up the Randy Shannon highlight. This highlight film long.
It's only 3 minutes. I'm just telling you. I'm looking at see where he coming from. Look. No. I'm telling you exactly what I'm looking at it right now.
He's one of the three linebackers, though.
He's not in the box. These are the two in the box. This is him standing right here. These two are in the box. This is a perfect example right here. These are the two in the box. I wish I could start it from the beginning so you can see the whole formation. Not saying he's not a linebacker. Don't get me wrong. See where he coming from? 49
in the box.
49 is in the box. This in the box. Look. It doesn't matter who. But where you're lining up. Look where he's coming from. This is him right here.
I don't know what the box is. Fuck it.
I know. I'm not saying.
Maybe the box is really a circle. I don't fucking know. Maybe y'all just call it the box.
It's really a rectangle. Like middle linebackers ain't making this play right here, dog. Watch this. This dude making a play on the sideline.
He was fast.
I like it. I ain't mad at you.
They say Marvin Jones Sr. got a 47-minute highlight.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, dog. That boy put every game on.
Who did that, though? Who sat there and did that? There's a tackle. There's a tackle.
Hold up, and that's old school. That ain't no huddle where you just click a button. You got to cut the tape up, put it. You had 2 VCRs. That's old school back there, boy.
Somebody had too much time.
Hey, Street, that's when you had that boy with the little knob on it like this. You rewind it with your finger like this, Street. Right. Muhammad for the 199. If U.S. starting a true freshman quarterback against us, I don't know. I haven't seen anything that says.
I'm praying to baby Jesus they are. That's why I got a Gatorade commercial, I hope. I'm paying the baby Jesus. Yep. That the coach used that as an excuse for him to lose again this year. Say we had to start a freshman quarterback.
Yes, Lord. Amen. That's anyway, man. Ain't nobody else want to call, man. Y'all make me sad, man. But no, we good, bro. Muhammad, appreciate that, brother. He said, I don't know if they starting or not, man. I don't know. Might be Graham. I think Graham Mertz will start. Like, I just think he'll start. I don't think that unless he do something to jack it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be any other way.
I'm about to get out of here, dog. And shut it down.
No, you ain't the only one. It's already 11 o'clock, but man. Well, I guess we ain't have no phone calls tonight, man. Y'all boy. Hey, Kyle Brand said Billy getting fired away. His new name is Flame Broil Billy.
Flame Broil Billy. You see, Billy came out and said, I feel comfortable about my position in the Rashada committee. You better feel comfortable.
I didn't read it yet. I saw the headline.
You better feel comfortable.
I saw the headline. Yeah, I had the phone line open, Muhammad, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was calling. Only what's his name called? Cool from the crib. So
I'm gonna make the Flame Broil Billy t-shirts, bro.
Nah, hey, I already got him with his butt pulled out. You know how to do, but he's gonna have some whopper lines on that shit. Flame Broil Billy.
Flame Broil Billy.
Well, I got the U-Haul shirts then. Don't hey. It's gonna have all this stuff in there. Uh-oh. Let you talk to your dog right quick. Go ahead and talk to your dog, Street.
What's up?
What up, man?
Who we got?
I'm on Earth.
You on Earth?
You live.
Yeah, this Google man. I'm calling in because I just checked in on the show and you talking about ain't nobody calling, so I'm calling. What's up? What y'all boy talking about?
Who it is?
That's Google man.
Google man.
Google man.
Google man, how you got that name, man?
What's that?
How you got that name?
Well, one night I was on the show and I was talking about how good I can about my recollect like football like back in the 80s and 90s. Like I know put like this. I can tell you what school what's that went to what's the dude played for the Pistons back in the with Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars. He went to McNeese State. So I just remember everything like that. So that's why they call me Google man.
You remember stuff like that?
Ask him about any football player. He can tell you the high school, the college, and the prom date. Ask him anybody. Ask him anybody. Where
did Darian Hagan play college football and high school football at?
Darian Hagan played in Colorado, and he played in high school. He played in California. He probably played in Compton, California, somewhere in California somewhere.
And who was his prom date? His prom date
was Pamela Jones. She's about 5'3", about 125.
Let him finish. What? He did what?
I said he closed the deal.
Oh, he closed the deal that night?
He didn't. Yeah, exactly.
Now, can't nobody even Google it that fast, can they, Street? This Google man, dog, I'm telling you, he know everything, bro. Was he right? He went to Colorado, right?
Yeah, he went to Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Playing quarterback.
See? I told you, dog.
Hey, I'm 42 years old, but I started watching college football about 1990, NFL football. I watch hockey, baseball, I watch all the sports.
I'm telling you.
Where did Mazio Royster play running back in college? And then where did he go to high school at?
What? Say it again?
Mazio Royster. This is one of my favorite guys.
I think
a lot of people really don't.
He played quarterback at Penn State, and he went to the Washington Redskins, right?
No.
Where did he go?
Mazio Royster.
What school he went to?
He went to USC, running back at USC.
Okay, then I missed him. Well, it was a tailback that went to Penn State. His last name was Royster. He played in the mid 2000s, but I'm wrong on that one.
Bro, listen, that was a tough one. Mazio Royster is one of them backs that showed up for like a year that I fell in love with, dog. And he showed up and he just went away. So if he was get that one, dog.
Yeah.
Ask him another. Ask him one more though. Ask him one more like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Huh?
One more. Ask him one more, dog. That's Google, man. I'm putting money on it. Hold up. I'm betting $5 in Bitcoin right now. Go ahead.
One more. Wait up now. I gotta give him a good one now. One more.
I mean, they'll be trying to find like Rudy, who get the guy that got one play, and he be like, "Oh, he don't know."
Nah, I won't do him like that. Oh, damn! It was an Evan Royster play for Penn State. He was right.
See, I'll tell you, I knew it. Well, I wrong on that. See, of course, I don't know everybody. But put like this.
Come on, Google man. Google man, you don't know that. Google man, damn man, you don't know.
Nah, man, you gotta play the part, man.
Everybody. Yeah, you gotta play the role.
You gotta play the part, man. You gotta play the part, dog.
It's like we gotta guess your weight. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't ever say, "Oh, I don't get it wrong." We know we got a hidden scale down there. Go ahead.
Mike Pritchard, where did he play college football and high school football at?
Mike Pritchard.
Mm-hmm. That's the easy one, Google man.
He played wide receiver. He real dark skinned. He was thinking one of 35. He wasn't on 35 wide. I can't remember. I know he played at Colorado.
This is crazy. Wait a minute.
I told you.
I think he was 35. I think he played for Atlanta Falcons. Come up. Now I don't know what hockey. Probably went to California. But trust me, I know all the Colorado dudes.
I told you, dog. I told you.
So let me tell you how close he was. So Mike Pritchard, let's see if he was from Cali. He's from Nevada. Mike Pritchard is the wide receiver for that Colorado team. He was number 9, right? But the motherfucker was number 35 for the Falcons, dog. You remember that?
Was he?
He was number 35 for the Falcons.
He was number 35.
Okay. Well, no, all right, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. And another thing about him, that man real dark skin, bro. He was black as night.
Pull up a picture.
Am I right?
Hold up, let's pull up a picture. What's his name?
Mike Pritchard.
Michael Pritchard, bro. That dude, bro. He was like
he looked really black. He looked really black on the football field.
He could have passed it. He could have passed Mike Irvin twin. Like, bro, he real dark.
Yeah, he do.
On the football field, he looked smart. He did. He always looked like really black, right?
Yeah, real dark skin.
I don't even remember him playing for the Falcons, dog.
Yo, bro. All right, see, think about it. I told Coach Haynes, I got a photographic memory. So I remember him. I remember him one on 35 playing wide receiver, but in the NFL. But in Colorado, he won him a 9.
Got one for you.
Why he not the stat guy on Hayes Street? Why he not the stat guy on Hayes Street, dog?
He
This
is.
is pretty impressive, bro.
Sigmund for $5, Google, man. If you get this right, I'll send you $10. Ask him about Major Harris, high school and college pro team he played for.
Now, Major Harris, I don't know. Of course, I don't know high school. No, Coach ain't.
I give you, just give me 2 of the 3.
Come on. The reason why Coach Haynes said that on the high school all the time, because I remember the first dude he asked me about was Eddie George. And I said Eddie George, and I had to credit everybody. I said Eddie George played in. I told him he's from Pennsylvania, but after high school, he went to I think he went to some kind of boarding schools, something like that, or in high school. But trust me, I don't now I'd be lying if I tell you I know everybody in high school. But I do know the colleges and pro teams.
All right, Major Harris.
Major Harris, he played quarterback for West Virginia.
I'm sending you $10, Google, man.
Now listen, Google, man. See, listen, you gotta play the part. Google, man, how old you is?
42.
I'm 42.
You gotta play the part. Where you from?
South Oak Cliff.
I'm from Dallas. I'm from Oak Cliff.
I'm gonna tell you something. Every year I used to get to talk to Mel Kiper, right? Once a year before the draft. And when I talked to him, I realized what his talent was. His talent wasn't that he could get all the picks right. His talent was that it always seemed like he knew where everybody was at the drop of a dime.
That's right.
And it was interesting to talk to him. It was interesting to hear him speak, not necessarily know that he was right. You can't sit up here and ramble for 3 minutes, right? And then tell us he played for West Virginia, dog. You got to just say it.
All right, we'll try one more. All right, here you go. You ready? Let me think of somebody here.
Louis Lips went to Iowa, I think. I could be wrong.
All right, here we go.
John Taylor went to Delaware State.
I got one for you. You ready?
What's up?
Sean Key.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what?
Sean Key. Hold on. Let me see. Sean Key.
Florida State. Number 18 safety.
What pro team he played for?
What's that?
What pro team did he play for?
What play team? You talking about NFL?
NFL, yes. NFL team.
Cowboys.
Damn. He right. Number 18.
Did Sean Key go to the league?
Yeah, he went to the league and broke his leg in the preseason game. Yeah.
That's crazy. Where from?
Natron Means.
Dallas.
North Carolina.
Natron Means. Hold up. I'm trying to get Barry Bonds went to Arizona State. See, thing about it is this. I think I seen on the back of the card on the Barry Bonds card. I seen it one time and I just remember. All right. I gotta find, and I'm trying not to Google. I'm trying to think of people. So because I don't want to go. I want to ask him legitimate question. I want to ask him a legitimate person that I ain't trying to find the most rare person.
Where did Dorsett Butterfield play college football at?
Who you say?
Dorsett Butterfield.
Tyrone Butterfield.
Tyrone Butterfield,
yeah.
Tyrone Butterfield.
Tyrone Butterfield. I really don't know who that is, but I'm gonna say one dude. His last name was freaking dead better.
I'm gonna tell you why that's hard. I'm gonna tell you why Tyrone Butterfield is hard because he just did 1 year. Remember, he spent the rest. He only spent the rest. He spent the rest at Tennessee State. That's why.
Really?
He only did 1 year at Michigan. Yeah.
I thought he was there longer than that.
Maybe 2 at the most.
Somebody, okay. Somebody asked me in the chat about Reggie Roby. That was the first black punter ever seen. He won before for the Dolphins, and you wore a fucking stopwatch on his wrist. Bro, I know this shit. I do this shit, coach.
I know. I love you.
You talking shit. You talking
Hey,
shit.
so-
Hey.
all right, one more. We got to get out of here. We'll be in the what you call it. We'll be in the locker room later. I'm trying to think who is.
Where's he from? Where does Google Man live at?
Dallas.
Dallas?
From Dallas.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eau Claire.
Kevin,
Google me.
Kevin Williams. Where did Kevin Williams play college football at?
Oh God.
Kevin Williams, Miami Hurricanes, went to Roosevelt High School, and I heard he was. I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
He was what?
I wouldn't say too much. If I say too much about him.
What
Okay.
year? No, did
He
he?
won number 85 with the Dallas Cowboys.
What year? Is that year?
Number 5 with the Hurricanes. And he walked on. Yeah, I know. He walked on. Yeah.
He walked over.
And he walked over.
All right, here we go. Golden Tate. That's pretty easy though, because
That's easy, ain't it? Go
Yeah.
to easy, ain't it?
Hey, come on, coach.
that was in the.
Notre Dame, Seattle Seahawks. Come on, coach.
And who else?
You said
Seattle
Golden Tate?
Seahawks. Yeah, Seattle Seahawks. He played for another team too.
Oh, let me see. He played for. I think he played for the Detroit Lions too.
Detroit Lions. He was
Detroit
there.
Lions and Seahawks.
Yeah, he was actually there when I did the OTA. All right, one more, dog. That's it, Street. We got to go. One more. But
One
let's.
more,
I'm
dog.
trying to find. All right, here we go. I got one for you. Oh, I got one for you. You may not know this one. You will know this name, no Street. Tim Brown, and I ain't talking about the one that played for the Raiders.
So it's another Tim Brown.
Another Tim
He
Brown.
played football.
He played football. He only got college. Only thing I know is college. I don't know high school. That might be a little tough. That one might be a little tough. Ooh,
No, I'm trying to think. No, I don't know him. Georgia.
Tim Brown was
One
from
thing-
Miami Northwestern and went to Rutgers. That's a little tough though. Rakeem Cato. Rakeem Cato for the $5.
Why you say that? Why you say that's tough? Why was Tim Brown tough?
Well, why was it a tough ask?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these guys have pro stuff, so once they do pro things, you remember them from college sometimes. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I say sometimes, like if I saw Michael Irvin, I could remember him from Miami. It relates.
Rakeem Cato, LO305. Rakeem Cato, where did he play college and high school ball at?
That's
Say
tough.
that name again.
That's tough. Rakeem
Cato.
Cato.
I don't know. Hey, that boy got some records, dog.
Rakeem Cato. That name sounds familiar.
Think about it,
He
dog.
may play wide receiver, but I don't know him.
You don't know Rakeem Cato?
That's tough.
Quarterback. He a quarterback.
Yeah, that's tough. He ended up winning. He went to Akron, didn't he?
Oh no, Marshall, right?
Marshall.
Where did Mark Higgs?
No, Marshall.
Where did Mark Higgs play college ball at?
Who?
Mark Higgs.
Ooh.
Mark Higgs.
Come on,
Mark
dog.
Higgs.
You got to know this one.
That's a tailback. I'm thinking his old man played in the NFL too. I could be wrong, but I don't know what school he went to. Like,
You know what college he went to?
One of the schools.
What
team he played for?
Was they?
What pro team Mark Higgs played for?
You said Riggs or Higgs?
Higgs.
Mark Higgs. Higgs.
I only know him real talk. So
you said it.
He said
it though.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
He's a running back for the Dolphins. He played for Kentucky.
He walked. You know what I thought the Dolphins. So I'm guessing I got the. I'm thinking I got the first letter of his last name wrong. So I'm thinking about it, Reed. Because what a tailback for the Redskins named Reed.
Yeah.
Reed.
White dude. Yeah.
I'm not.
White dude. No. I'm not talking about him. I know him.
You gotta get ChatGPT, dog. All he needs is a little help, dog, and it'll sound. All he needs is a little bit of help, dog, and it'll sound crazy.
Mark Higgs, dog. Funny thing, Mark Higgs, I heard he was working at UPS and tried out for the Dolphins or something like that.
That was the other one. I don't think that was Mark Higgs. I was trying to think of his name. That was the other Miami Dolphin running back that was really good. What was his name?
I thought it was Mark Higgs.
I'm thinking you talking about the dude. I'm thinking you talking about the dude that changed his name to Hakeem Abdul-Jabbar.
Bernie Parmalee. That's what you're talking about, Hayes.
Bernie Parmalee was? That's who's working for UPS?
Yeah. That's his name.
I could not think of Bernie Parmalee. I was gonna ask him about Bernie Parmalee, but I couldn't think of his name. Remember the Dolphins could not find a running back? Like, I think it was Dan Marino. I think it was Dan Marino's fault.
Bro, I don't know. I was a kid when Sammy Smith, who's from a pop cup here, Sammy Smith ran his first 100-yard game for the Dolphins.
I thought that man was the I answer, dog.
Coach, I'm thinking Sammy Smith went to Florida State, right?
Yeah, running back in Florida State.
Thank
you for that.
What was the LSU running back name that we had also that was supposed to be the answer?
LSU.
Supposed to be the answer.
They got arrested, yeah.
Not the one that punched the dude. No, that's the dude from Oregon.
They claim she snuck in the white girl window. They claim she snuck in the white girl.
Oh God! I'm looking at him right now. Oh,
quick story before I get out of here, though. I got a real quick funny story.
Cecil
Collins. Listen.
Thank you.
I worked in a state prison, right? And one day I'm at work, and this dude walked up to me. He said, "I was in the street, man. I could get some water." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You know who I am?" I said, "No." He said, "Cecil Collins." And the other dude was like, "Man, that's Cecil Collins, man. Hayes, do you know I was still mad at him?" I was a Dolphin fan. I was still mad at him, and he in prison.
Yep.
That's how much fandom. That's how much the emotions being fandom, right? I'm a Theo. He a prisoner, and I'm like, fucked up what you did. And he told me the whole story, man. He told me the whole story, and I was like, man, no, that is messed up. He told me the whole story, dog.
Hey,
that's crazy. What you guys Google, man?
Hey, trust me. Back in the 90s, it was so many stories about dudes that played a quarter football. Well, half the time the kids didn't even go out there and play, but they had skills to play. But also, it was one dude he made the NFL. But I think he got caught doing a robbery for I think he tried to rob a 7-Eleven. He was there. His name was Darren Lewis, and they called him Tank. I know when he ended up going to the Texas A&M, and then I think he signed with the Birds. Because I remember like the first time I really was watching football, like it was like the second season watching Dallas Cowboys, and Dallas Cowboys played the Birds and in the playoffs, and they won that game, and then they lost to the Lions the next week on my 10th birthday. But anyway, though, the dude, I seem like I remember him running like 3 plays in a row to where the dude rushed for a first down like 3 times in a row, and that was it. Anyway, that's all I remember about him.
I got my last one. I got to go Google, man, after this. Chris Doring.
What's that?
Chris Doring.
Chris Doran, wide receiver, Florida. He won the 28 by 6'4", white boy. Cold to see, cold.
Either you, hey, you cold with it, or you got the fastest CPU you could ever find in life, dog. I love it. Listen, bro, I appreciate it, man. I gotta let you go, dog. Let's get up out of here, man. Before he start up with these prison stories, man. All right, all right, dog. Appreciate you, Google man. Much love, man. Man, that's Google man, dog. Y'all stop playing with my dog, man. He be on here having a good time. But hey, Street, I don't care how late it is. We gonna talk right after this. Hey, see my face? All right. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. We'll be in the y'all jump on in the locker room now. Coach will be there in a minute. I gotta talk to my dog Street. We gotta devise a plan. But anyway, with all that being said, man, we appreciate y'all. Oh, y'all clap it up. 305 in the building right on time. Hold over 305. She said, I'm about to get ghost face. I'm about to get ghost coach. Anyway, with all that being said, man, I do appreciate y'all. Thank everybody, man, for the donos, man. It means a lot. It does help this channel grow, believe it or not. It is the summertime. Time's a little slow. We have fun on here, man. But just know this. The players are working behind the scenes to get better for the season to come. All right? And that's everywhere across the board, man. Much love to all them guys, man. Shout out to everybody. And we talked about mental health in the Hayes Street and carried over, that golfer just passed away, committed suicide. And that's unfortunate. He had some mental health issues. He even acknowledged that. So if you got some issues going on, man, please reach out to somebody, call somebody, ask for help. Nothing to be ashamed of. Because like Street put it there, man, our bodies get hurt, right? Our legs get hurt. We tear up something, we break something. Your minds can do the same thing, and it needs help too, man. So with that being said, we out of here. Peace. Anything, Street, you want to say?
Coach Hayes' mama's so fat.
How fat is she?
We should give him the scale. Let's say to be continued.
Footballville mama type so fast, she don't want to be giving Google man the answers. We out of here.
Well, Coach Hayes' mama is Google man.
Oh, that's messed up. Oh, God dang. You hurt my feeling. Oh, God dang.
Where you getting fake smoke from?
Your mama? When she farted? When your mama farted?